Good morning and welcome back. It is a horrible day today. It's been raining, it's due to rain quite a lot today. Elise is just having her bath. I am starting the day with a caramel latte, and then I've got my flu jab just before lunch. And because the weather is horrible, Dan is going to take me down, drop me off, pick me up. And that's all of our plans for today. So while Elise is having a bath, I'm just going to have a few minutes to myself and get a couple of little bits and pieces done. Flu jab is done. It was a very surreal experience and not what I was told to expect, but I suspect that is because the weather is absolutely horrible. There were tents set up outside and I had my flu jab done in one of those, which was good for me because it meant I wasn't under fluorescent lighting at any point. The weather is horrible and is going to be for the rest of the day, so we're going to snuggle down, put a film on and have some warm drinks. It's Sunday. I had another bad night with Elise waking me up multiple times during the night. So yeah, I'm not feeling great, but I'm feeling better than yesterday, and the weather is horrible, but better than yesterday. It's lighter and that makes a big difference in terms of my vision and my visual processing disorder. We're gonna have a slow day. I've got one piece of work that I want to get done because I know I've got some more work coming in, and I'd like to not have it all kind of building up and feeling like I've taken on too much. So that is my one thing that I'd like to get done today, and the rest I think is just going to be a rest day. My wrist was really painful last night on the side that I had my flu jab, and then I've woken up and my fingers are very painful. So I think I need to take things slowly, rest, just not do too much. We've had our lunch. I'm feeling slightly less exhausted, but only slightly. My parents are about to video call us, which will be lovely, so we get to speak to them. I have managed to do my little bit of paid work, and then I've had a message come through on my Facebook page as a request for some help choosing a sling, so I'm going to be doing that. My head really hurts, so if I seem a bit awkward, that is why. Are you saying hello to everyone?
No.
No? Okay, why are you not saying hello? It's another horrible day. Are you going to tell everyone what we're about to do? What are we going to make?
Cakes.
We're going to make cakes again. Oh, I've stood up and I'm feeling really dizzy now. It's another horrible day. I'm exhausted. I struggled to get to sleep last night because of tachycardia. Head hurts, heart rate's being silly. Ugh. Good mixing.
Be delicious. More mixing. Mix it. I want to mix it.
That hasn't quite gone to plan. I had some quite horrific pelvic pain yesterday evening, and then I went to check when my next gynae appointment is, and I didn't have one in the diary, and actually I dealt with it really well. It's the hospital where Elise was born, so there's a lot of trauma surrounding it, including being discharged accidentally when I shouldn't have been. And I managed to not panic and not stress out, and my brain didn't kind of go into all of the potential scenarios that could be the reason I haven't had the letter. I have just phoned them and they're not giving out appointments until like roughly the month before. So I'm due to be seen 6 months after my appointment. My appointment was July. So I should be being seen in January, and they've said if I haven't heard by December to get in touch. It feels quite hard not having that appointment date in the diary, but I understand why with everything that's going on with pandemic. And I'm also really proud that I'm able to kind of be okay about it and not be feeling really anxious about it. And I think that's a really positive thing for me, given everything that's kind of happened. In terms of pain, I'm still in quite a bit of pain. I am doing better than last night. So we're going to have a very slow day today, and we're going to do some more of our Christmas card making. Can you tell everyone what you're doing? I think you've got enough glue now. Shall we stick some of the pom-poms on? The weather has eased up a little bit. It still looks wet out, but it hasn't been raining today yet. And I'm feeling a little better in terms of migraine and PoTS. So although I'm dealing with the pain, I'm not dealing with the pain on top of those two things. But it seems to be if I can stay still, it's minimal. So that is going to be my aim today, to stay as still as possible, which is probably going to be challenging with a toddler who has a lot of energy. But I will try. The stiller I can stay, hopefully the quicker that this is going to pass. Gonna come say hi? What do you want to say to everyone?
I want the bin.
Okay, so who do we look at on the board?
Green Titan fish.
King Triton and Flounder. So can you have a look underneath them for your piece? You've got the lantern.
Lantern.
Oh, there are no pieces under there. So Mummy's turn. Oh, are they in there? Welcome to Wednesday. I really wanted to take Elise to the park today because tomorrow we start self-isolation ahead of my Botox injections, so that there's no risk of me becoming unwell and not being able to have those. But my pain, particularly the pelvic pain, is still pretty bad. Dan told me that he thought on Monday night when it kicked off that we'd end up in A&E before the night was over, which surprised me and shook me up a little bit actually. Maybe I just didn't allow myself to acknowledge how painful it was, but I think it also surprised me knowing that there's not a whole lot that A&E could do unless it was something like, I don't know, something physical that would require an operation like appendicitis, which it isn't, but I can't have opioids, so I don't have any kind of rescue pain meds. So going to A&E for pain wouldn't do anything. But I think it surprised me that the level of pain I was in, Dan thought we were going to end up in A&E, because he's seen me in the worst pain I've ever been in, and kind of he is able to gauge my pain levels. Yeah, so I think maybe I didn't allow myself to acknowledge how bad it was, or how bad it is. It's still not great. We've got a new game that my sister has sent up, was my niece's. Lissy is absolutely loving it. It's Finding Treasure in the Little Mermaid kind of world. I've got my next therapy appointment over the phone, and after that I've got a sling being collected for hire, which I'm really excited. It means that both of my Ergo Baby Omni 360 slings are out, which I didn't think would happen, and I was sort of semi-wondering whether I should have actually bought 2 of them for the library, but I clearly made the right decision. Yeah, and I've got loads of emails. I've got some really exciting emails come through, which is great, but they all come at the same time. So I need to kind of go through those when Elise is happy and occupied or asleep. And I'm finding that a little bit difficult because I've got all these things going on in my head. I need to stop looking at my emails until I can actually sit down and answer them, because otherwise I end up with so many things flying around in my head. It's really hard for me to keep track on, and I end up missing things. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. Slow day, hopefully rest as much as possible, because my pelvic pain is manageable. It's okay when I'm still. It's as soon as I try and move, it's horrendous again. So yeah, wheelchair as much as possible. And then actually my walking stick has been really helpful at the times where I can't use my wheelchair, because we don't have an accessible house. We moved in before we even knew I had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, let alone that I might need a wheelchair. So yeah, sorry, rambling. Welcome to another rainy day. The weather is horrible again. Yeah, it's 2 weeks till my Botox appointment. So today is the first day of Elise and me self-isolating. We haven't actually been out much. The last time we went out was Saturday for my flu jab. The weather's horrible, so although we're self-isolating, I don't feel like we're missing out on a whole lot. But yeah, another rainy day. Yesterday, I really struggled in terms of lighting. By the evening, everything felt so bright, but not just bright, it felt stark and glaring, and it was just horrible. So I need to take things a little bit more slowly, particularly in terms of screen time, which is going to be hard because I've had a few really exciting collaborations and work come through, but I've just got to manage that as best I can, hopefully just for the next 2 weeks, although I think over the rest of winter as well I'm going to have to kind of be very careful, because I have deteriorated, and even just in a week I've deteriorated so much with the change in lighting. Yeah, so I'm going to end the vlog here to give me an extra day to work with in terms of editing and getting it uploaded, but also so that I can put the camera away and focus on the few bits that I need to do for these exciting collaborations, to use my energy and visual capacity as best as possible. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.